What size is that drive end?
Square.
It's square, but what size?
Small.
We call it a 1/4 inch. Okay? So when you see on here, it says 1/4 inch drive set right there, okay? We use the 1/4 inch drive set almost exclusively in aviation.
Really?
Yes.
That's fancy.
It is, we don't turn big stuff normally, okay? I'm gonna show you this is my 1/4 inch drive set. It's been with me for over 30 years. Okay, so let me first, yes, go to toolbox 3, the one on the end, and get a ratchet. You know what the ratchet, it's gonna look like
That wasn't my
this,
question.
but bigger. Oh, you had a question.
Yeah.
I thought you were volunteering.
No,
All right, what's your question?
I don't want to ask you because it's stupid. Never mind.
Ask me when we're off camera.
Okay.
Go ahead and get the ratchet, please. Okay, so there's an infinite number of styles of ratchets, okay? This is one of my favorite. It has a what?
Handle.
It has a comfort grip. Right? This helps you grab it. 4th drawer down, 4th small drawer. Thank you. So it's easier to handle. You won't slip off when your hands are greasy, right? Another one of my favorites is this little short one, okay? What's that black box right on top? What does it say?
Drive socket wrench set.
Is it 3/8 or 1/4?
1/4.
Bring it over, please. All right. This allows me to get into really tight spaces where I can't, like, you can see how long this is here. Thank you. See the difference?
Yeah.
I can get in really tight places with this one. In the 150, I think everything's tight, but not for this. It's just small. All right. All of you get this style of ratchet, okay? This is a very coarse ratchet, meaning that every turn is a lot more than my small one here. Hold on. So this is one click here. This is one click here.
Why does clicks matter?
So this probably has, what's that?
Why do the clicks matter?
Okay. So inside there is a gear, and then there's teeth that ratchet against it, so that you turn it. This lever says on, and this way is off. That's how you determine which way you go on the ratchet. Craftsmen are exact opposite of my Snap-on tools, okay, for which way it goes on and off.
Okay.
All right. So the number of teeth on that gear determines how fine you can ratchet the wrench. So if you're in a tight spot, you can only get one click on it. With mine, you can get no clicks on this one. So you can't use it in this one in as tight an area. Understand that?
Understand it.
All right.
Understood, sir.
Find a chair. Find a stool. That's why I'm sitting. There's chairs over here. Okay. Terrell, can you put that back? Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, put that one back.
Which one?
Okay, that was just on top of the box over there. All right, sockets. What style are these sockets?
Big.
Long.
Long, deep sockets. These are called deep sockets, all right? And these are called shallow sockets or standard sockets, okay? I'm not asking you, I guess. All right, I'm telling you. This kind of stuff is stuff you need to know. So normally, please use the standard or the short socket, short sockets. because if you use a deep socket in an area, it has a tendency to wobble or to move or to wander on you, and then you'll ruin the fastener. Okay?
Okay.
We try not to ruin things in aviation when we don't need to. All right. How many points on this socket? 6. How many points on this socket?
8.
12. 8 is for square. There are 8-pointed sockets. They're for square things. All right. So 12 points. Is that better or worse than a 6-point?
Depends on what you're doing, I guess.
Depends on what you're doing. Like for beginners, a 6-point socket is better. Why? Because what? No, not easy. I mean, it's easier to get 12-point on because there's twice as many ways of it going on, right? So if you have it on the ratchet, a 6-point, you're going to have to move it quite a bit before you can get it on sometimes. But really, how much is that? That's not much, right? Okay. No, a 6-point will not strip the hardware like a 12-point will as fast, right? So if you're not accustomed to using sockets, please choose the 6-point sockets, okay? Until you get used to it. It won't take that long, but in airplanes, it's not as critical. On cars, it was very critical. All of my first set of sockets was all 6-point because I was working on rusty old cars. And it's just easier to get the old hardware off if you have a 6-point rather than rounding off the nut and then having to do cutting it off in some way, okay? All right. What kind of socket is this?
Bendable socket.
Yeah, we call them universal sockets, okay? They don't bend, but the universal, you can put them on anyway. These are the only socket that will get off Continental exhaust systems on the 6 cylinders, okay? So you have to have these if you're working on the 6-cylinder Continental exhaust systems. They do come in handy in a lot of other places, but what is the disadvantage of using this all the time?
You'll bend around a bunch and you'll get really confused.
It'll bend around a lot. What else? It'll be harder to get a good amount of torque on it unless you're straight on, okay? These are for getting around corners and getting around different things, okay? The only thing you guys have is a universal adapter, okay? That's all you'll have. I am getting to that right now. So this is it's an extension. It's not an adapter. So what kind of adapter is this?
Long.
It's about a 3-inch adapter, right? Because it extends your socket about 3 inches. So sometimes the regular socket is not, or the deep socket isn't long enough, and you have to put an extension on it. Okay. There are 2 different major types of extensions. What do you see about this one here? Square. What do you see about this one here?
It's long.
Besides long, what else? Look at the tip. It's curvy, or it's not squared off like the short one, right? All right. So when I put my socket on this one, it doesn't really go anywhere. Okay. So that's good if you're just going straight on. What if you have to go around a corner? Ooh, these are called wobble sockets.
Nice.
I don't even use regular extensions anymore because I have wobble sockets and they're wonderful. You can, on this style, if you push it down all the way, it kind of locks in, right? Pull it out just a little bit and it's a wobble socket. So that's all I have in my kit. This is my travel kit, by the way.
Does that go in your airplane?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Does that go in your airplane when you're flying?
It goes in my car. It goes in my airplane. Not only if I'm going somewhere to fix something. My airplane doesn't break when I go away.
You never
Good.
know.
That would be a very bad plane.
I can usually fix it on the road if it breaks.
Your airplane?
My airplane, yeah. It doesn't break that often though,
But it's
because it's well maintained, right? One other special socket I have in here. This is for tightening hose clamps that don't have the common or the star or the Phillips end on it. If they just have, some of them have a little flat blade that comes out of it, and then this socket goes on it. There's two different sizes. There's a wide and a shallow width on this socket. So I've had that 35 years. Don't use that often, but it does come in handy when you need it. All right. What time does the bus come again?
35. Well, we leave at 35.
35. So I've got 5 more minutes. All right. Torque wrenches, since we're talking about sockets. So this is called a micrometer type torque wrench because you have to twist the handle and it goes in increments of 25. So I will show you. So right now, this, I will set it at 100 inch-pounds. See how I'm moving? You gotta pull the collar back and then move the handle, all right? And right there's 100. One finger, see? 100 inch-pounds. That is more torque than you'll use on any of these screws here, all right? So now I'm going to set it up to what a spark plug is torqued to, and that's 420. So there's 400, 10, 20. So on the handle, there's markings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 800, 900, all the way up. And on the handle, on the rotating handle, there's 10, 20, 30, 40. 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 0. So that's how you set, you can go to whatever torque setting you want to do. So I'm going to, so this is the torque for a spark plug. Hear it click. Everybody bobblehead. Thank you. That is 420 inch-pounds. See, I can't pull it with one finger. I can't pull it with 2. I can pull it with 3. I'm not moving I'm not using my arm to pull it, okay? So it's a lot harder.
Is the click like a revolution? What's the click?
The click in here
Yeah,
is the torque setting that's on here,
torque setting.
okay? So you set your torque setting here,
And torque is,
and torque is the amount of pressure you put on a fastener,
okay.
okay? Thank you for asking. That's a good
How do you,
question.
well, you say it increases torque, but how do you do that?
Magic. I've never taken a
don't
torque
believe
wrench
in
apart
magic.
because they're too expensive
I
to.
don't believe in magic.
Okay, Voodoo.
I don't do that
No.
either.
All right. This is my torque wrench. Okay.
Nice.
Made by.
Oh, snap on.
You know what happens if I put a Craftsman tool in my toolbox? I shut the drawer. The toolbox opens up, spits the tool out, and closes the drawer again.
You know, like Craftsman?
Yeah, I was gonna say something you don't like Craftsman.
No. All right. Craftsman tools are very good if you're not a professional with them. Okay. If you're just a part-time, sometime mechanic, right? There's nothing against Craftsman. They're just not made out of high quality stuff like the Snap-on and the Mac and the Matco. Okay. So I've turned this on. It's set for 60 inch-pounds, which is what? Pretty small, right? Okay. Watch. Oh, let me set this up. I'm going to go up to 420. Just about out of battery power here. So the all right, there's 420 inch-pounds. Now watch as I this does not click like that micrometer one does. Ready?
It just lights up.
See how it lights up, and then what?
Yells at you.
All right, that was too much there. Start again. Yes, it yells at you and
Turn green.
vibrates.
What does that mean?
That means the green is you've hit the torque within 1%. So if I go over it, it gets mad at me and turns red. Okay. So it has lights so you can see it. It has the buzz so you can hear it, or you've got a buzz so you can feel it, and you've got a bell so you can hear it. All right.